gluten-free. They're always a bit mainly focused on the land plantations. But now that I'm trying to say, one day I go to HEB, even HEB have that called Kelp noodles. It's right here. So I know this is the time then I will be trying to introduce everybody, the audience, to making vegetarian dishes using sea oceans. Okay, so like this is a kelp noodle. Kelp noodle is really made from kelp. Even even in Ireland, people eat a lot of kelp. It's a kind of the seaweed, but a little bit harder. Okay. Um, then this one is the softer seaweed. You will find that this is called a wakame. So this I may not pronounce the Japanese correctly, okay? But this you usually find it in the miso soup a lot. And the other one seaweed is interesting. It's a tiny little one. It's called Hijiki. So this is kind of tiny little seaweed, but it's very lovely if you can also cook it, mix it with rice if you want to. So like what I suggested before you do the cooking, just soak in the water for a little bit, okay? Especially those dry ones, you need to soak it until it becomes soft. Now, another for the I was suggesting the seaweed, this kelp and the seaweed, the sea ocean vegetables, because this kind of vegetables in the ocean have a lot of iron, zinc, mineral. That's what we need, and also high fiber, good for if you want low in calorie, low in carbs. It's great for you have all kind of like a diet plan things, okay? So that's what I really love that when I see, even HEB have them. You don't have to really go to Chinatown, you can find. So the sauce one, for the sauce wise, I have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, mirin. Mirin is like vinegar, white vinegar with wine and sugar. You can buy it at the grocery store. You can cook or have it. And also the hot sauce. I use this Korean style, but also you can use whatever hot sauce you love to have it. Now move to this size. I have garlic is a half of the head of the garlic and the 2 ounces of the ginger. And really chop it very fine. Julienne, the little red onion, give some color instead of just yellow. And this is interesting. This is called a seafood mushroom, okay? And I think the Japanese one, enoki or something. Now this is very lovely mushroom, okay? So I'm using the coconut oil, 3 tablespoons. That's for me to stir fry and also boil the oil and toss it in the make it with the sauce. Now the 2 Elena will send you the recipe. I have 2 ways to eat it. Either eat it warm, hot, okay, serve it in the hot, or you can make it cool down, and you wrap it with the seaweed. That's what I put it right there. This is, I just found out that's in a Korean store, and I love this seaweed wrapping. So it's have a more toast and a little have a little salt in there. And after after you see I mix all the vegetables, stir fry or something, you let it cool and you wrap it and make your own seaweed roll. Now, you will find out it's very easy to make. Just so you understand that the procedure is so easy, okay? Just within 10 minutes, you will have a dinner. So far, have any questions before I start?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. So the first procedures, now after you soak all this seaweed, then we have to move it to the cooking section here. Turn on the stove top. And I put 1 quart of water. That's for blanching. Okay. And let's boil it quick. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna do this kelp noodle. Okay. In Japanese, they call this a Canton noodle, Kentn noodles. Usually they eat a cold, okay, with the sauce. I'm pouring out the liquid. Keep it cold. And when the water boils, then I'm ready for blanching. And with this one, we'll grind that. This one, fix it. So you can see the color. When I was in Hawaii at the time, I have tried one kind of seaweed. It's red color and more hair. And I know nowadays, another popular trendy things about the healthy drink is a sea moss. And those are kind of like a sea moss. And in the Chinese New Year at the time, one of my dishes have all the thin little hairy sea moss. It's also another kind, but that was quite expensive for the sea moss. But so now the more variety and the more health benefits getting spread around in America now. So I saw that in the farmer market, people start to selling those kind of sea moss drink. Okay. All right. Let's see here, the water boiling. Yeah. Once the water boils, everything will be fast.
Where did you get the seaweed and the sea mushrooms?
The mushroom, this seafood mushroom you can get at the Korean H Mart. Sometime I saw that in the Buffalo Speedway, the HEB have it, but I think they're quite expensive. Okay, so you could get in the H Mart. This I make sure they grow in California and not China.
The seaweeds.
Seaweed. This is the wakame. I can get it. I got this in also H Mart, but also if you at my recipe I send it to Elena, have all the picture there. But I also will tell you the HEB also carry the seaweed mix in there. If you could not buy individual this wakame, the hijiki, the kan, you can just using the same brand names of the kelp noodle. They also have mixture of the seaweed in there. If you just shop at HEB, and it's interesting. It's in the dry section, not in the Asian dry section, but not in the special like frozen section or something. Okay, a little bit more. But the seaweed wrappers, you might want to get a close up on that. You can get in the H Mart. And very tasty. You can use it to wrapping any food you want. You can wrap your chicken, your or you mix your little burger meats or something like that. You use it. It's really tasty. Make your own roll with a little rice, or even if you like low carb diet, you don't need the rice. You can just put vegetables. For the alga, we don't really need a little high temperatures, okay? And let's see a little bit more bubble coming up. And for blanching, you only then need about 2 minutes. You don't want to overcook. Be crunchy anyway. Oh, that's the one step. Kelp noodle can be very long. So if you're like hard to like chew or digest or something, I suggest you want to cut it a little bit. I love to cut it a little bit shorter because it's easier for me to digest. If you like here, you like it long. People like to make it long because the long noodle mean longevity, and then make a presentation nicer. So it's up to you. What do you like? Okay, then it's crunchy. Okay, it's not hard. It's not like pasta. It's very crunchy. Okay, now time to get on. It's very clear. You cannot see anything in the water. Down a little bit. See, when you go down to the water, you hardly to see anything. I'm going to turn down a little bit. So way we blanching because we try to take away the pasteurize that a little bit, okay, to take away the bacteria.
Kind of looks like ice cubes in a way until you pick it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, it's almost there. Let me rinse this basket. Okay, okay, it's good. Look. See, in the water, I cannot see that, the noodle. I only see the shadow. I don't know where the camera can see that. You see this?
Mhm.
It's so clear. You cannot see the noodles. You only see the shadow.
Yeah.
That's why they call this is Hakka noodles. If people are vegan, they don't use gelatin, and you can use agar to make all kind of gel form the dessert. You know. All right. Yeah. Turn it down, and here we go. I'm going to let it strain out the liquid and cool down with some cold water. It's good if you have the ice water to do it, okay? Squeeze as much as you can, and I will come back to it when it's on this water. Now next, let's do the green first before black up. Now this has to be fast because you don't really have to cook much. Couple. Okay, this one I don't mind to cover and then make it 1 minute and take it out. The other one, I worry about to melt it. Okay, that's why I don't cover. So in the meantime, I'm using a paper towel to suck up this liquid. And I'm ready for next procedures. Okay. Okay. Next, here, let's see. Now, if you don't like if you see the seaweed is too much, you can cut the seaweed, not like my recipe say, one half cup, then you can do the 1/4 cup because you wanted to more focus on the kelp noodles. It's up to your taste, okay? Okay, it's good. Now, take it out. Same thing, go over there, rinse it up with cold water. Last one will be this Hijiki. And this. The reason I want to dry, I don't want it to be so watery for the stir fry. squeeze out the liquid. Okay, that's a bubbling. And put it in. And then blanch 1 minute. Okay, in the meantime, I'll go to the start. Okay, move over here and start the skillet. Right here. And we're gonna put some coconut oil. Okay. I'm save it for like with a hot oil sizzling and then later. So the rest of them. This I'm just this enough for the stir fry. It's about like 1.5 tablespoons. Gonna fold in ginger. The oil is sizzling. The chopped ginger, roughly about 2 tablespoons. It's 2 ounces. Half head all the garlic. Oh. There you go. Done. This one. Take it out. Okay. Move to the sink. Go to the area cool down. Yep, this is very golden brown right now. I'm going to put in onion. And turn down the heat a little bit. This is really hot. What? Focus in here. Time to get the mushroom. The mushroom need to cook a little bit longer, okay?
Starting to smell pretty good.
Yeah. You will be, it smell much better after you put the sauce in too. And turn back high a little bit. If you want to, you can cover up for a minute. And pull it apart because the mushroom. Now we are almost like 75% done. Okay, so it's very easy. Cover a little bit, a minute or so. In the meantime, we can take care of the rest of them. Right. Okay. So seeing those are already cooked, you don't really need to really deeply stir fry it. You just like make sure it's mix it together and turn down the heat. Okay, look good. Okay. Now, turn down the heat to medium heat. We toss in with some noodle. Keep tossing in. Mix it together. I'm turning to the medium heat. Okay. So I like this Hijiki. So I don't mind it's a more kind of lot of them. But if you doesn't look proportionate in right, you can cut it down. I think the other green seaweed too, but I really love this Hijiki. And they look real nice to it. So you can start that combination. Okay. And now this the Wakame, this is going to make it more green. This I kind of play by ears and say, oh, maybe this is good enough, then you can stop. And that's it. And you can serve and save it for next time, next meal. Okay.
It makes a lot.
Yeah. But if you want more, okay, I want more green. You can put the rest of them in there. Okay. Probably I will. So now we take it out. The rest of them. We need a bigger solid bowl, then I have to really room for everything. Okay, maybe let's turn off those off. Okay. Now come to the fun part where you put all the sauce together. Sesame oil, soy sauce, and the marin, and the hot sauce. And stir. You can taste it. It's good. Okay. All right. What we do now, let's get another small skillet. And I'm gonna heat up the rest of the coconut oil and sizzle it on the top of the noodles. So okay. Now, if you eat cold, you could let it cool, and then you could use the sauce, wrap it with the seaweed, and then use the sauce to dip on it. But if you eat a hot way, I'm going to do the sizzling right on the noodles, okay? On the stir fries. And I have to make sure it's very hot. So only the coconut oil and the ghee oil have a high firming temperatures. So it's really good for using that.
Certainly a process here.
Yeah. Now this going to cost your house a little smelling because of cooking. So I'm going to put that all in right here. Okay, it's already sizzling. Here it comes. Now, also, I think if you pour the boiling oil on any kind of seafood, will take away the smell. If you like cook fish like that, you won't have, after you steam the fish and you put the sizzling oil on the top of the fish, it's really take away the smell. Okay, now that you can serve it hot. Noodles, ocean noodles.
We're ready to eat, huh?
Ready it is. See, you taste it, it's crunchy. Yeah.
You hear the crunch. Wow.
Okay.
How many do you think that serves?
Oh, this recipe can be used for 6 people.
And you will keep in the refrigerator for a few days?
Oh yeah, yeah. Have to cool down. That's what I suggest that if after you cool down, you could use a wrap it with seaweed.
Make some rolls.
Mix a roll and really tasty. Okay.
Wow. Well, this was great. This was wonderful.
Yeah, take away from the land vegetables. You can try the sea vegetables.
Sure.
Of course, you need to buy the seaweed in the environment with not a contamination. Some of the area in other country could be contaminated, and then the seaweed will be contaminated too. So you have to really be careful about choosing the right kind of seaweed.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Well, we really want to thank Connie for her time for doing this. Everybody's saying thank you, Connie. This was great.
Good.
I mean, Connie is a wonderful chefette. Although I haven't ever tasted anything, I just know by the way that she's so meticulous, it has to be great. So, Connie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love for cooking, and I'm just taking on another part of the volunteer part with the Planet Forest, and they asked me to do some more cooking too. So that's my passions. I like to create some recipe, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much to Connie. And of course, thank you to Kevin as well as for being the videographer. And I will be emailing out the recipe to all of you.
Oh, thank you very much.
And the recording. So thank you so much. And everybody have a good evening and a safe weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye now.